Evening guys, just thought I'd do another video. Not a curry one this time, but I'm going to do a basic chicken roast dinner on a Monday evening. It's for one, but this will probably feed three because I'm a fatty. Some of the stuff I bought, some of the stuff I'm making, so I'll just talk you through what I've got. Cauliflower cheese, bought this from Sainsbury's. This is pretty nice. Takes 45 minutes in the oven. These already bought. These are from Sainsbury's as well. They take a couple of minutes in the oven. Really good quality. Some herbs, rosemary's from the garden. Got some garlic, thyme, some butter. I've got some chicken breasts with skin on, which I'm going to cook from a cold pan. Get a nice crispy skin. I've got a Belgian blonde beer. I've got here something that Lorel calls sexy carrots. So these are just carrots, chicken stock, maple syrup, butter, and they're just going to be cooked down until it all goes sticky, and they're amazing. I've got some stuff in here which I had some leftover sausages, so I just took the casings off, threw in some dried mixed herbs. I threw a tiny bit of chicken gravy in there. I've stuck it in my casting pan, and that's just going to go in the oven the same time as the cauliflower cheese. In there I've got some basic green veg, cabbage, some peas and some broccoli, and I've just thrown a bit of Lurpak garlic butter in there, and that's just going to be cooked in the microwave, you know. Here I've got some potatoes that I boiled yesterday. Let them cool. I melted some beef dripping, coated them in beef dripping. I've probably put too much on, as you can see. And then these are going to be cooked in the air fryer, 200 degrees, roughly every 6 to 7 minutes. They're going to take 40 minutes or so. So there we go. As you can see, some nice ingredients, some stuff I've bought, some stuff I'm making, and this should be a pretty tasty dinner. Right, the air fryer is preheated. I've just preheated. It's gone about 11 minutes, 200 degrees for 11 minutes preheated for. I boiled these yesterday until they were pretty soft. Salt and pepper, and then today I've just melted some beef dripping over them, put them in the fridge, and then I'm just cooking them from cold. I've done this method a couple of times before and they work out great. Only thing is, every 6 to 7 minutes, see what I did there, you have to give them a shake in the air fryer. So let's go. I did put a bit too much beef dripping on them, but that will not go to waste. There we go. So I'm going to set the timer for 7 minutes at 200 degrees. There we go. I'm going to give them a shake. In the meantime, this Sainsbury's cauliflower cheese takes 40 minutes in the oven, so I'm going to put that in, and I'm going to put my sausage stuffing in the oven as well. Just going to turn my sexy carrots on. But like I said, this is just chicken stock, butter, maple syrup, some herbs. I'm just going to put that on a medium heat, low to medium heat. That's going to cook down, the sauce is going to thicken up, and they're going to come really sweet and glossy. And Lorel does call these her sexy carrots. She absolutely loves them. Right, these are 14 minutes now. Give another shake. Another 7 minutes. There we go. Sexy carrots looking and smelling good. Time to put the chicken on. So skin down. I've put a tiny bit of avocado oil around the edge, just because the skin It's not that fatty on these, so I've just put a tiny bit of oil in there. And I'm just going to put this on a medium heat from cold, and that means I'm going to get a real crispy skin. I've dry brined these for about 5 hours in the fridge, so all that means is I've put on a wire rack, uncovered in the fridge, just covered in salt, so that salt draws out the moisture. The moisture is then reabsorbed. I've patted it dry, and this will just make you have some very moist chicken breasts. So medium temp for 6 minutes or so, and then we'll check how we're getting on. That's the chicken on. And no, this is not one of them expensive hex-clad pans that Gordon Ramsay promotes. Costs hundreds of pounds. This is from the range. It is hex pattern. It's a saute pan. Costs £22, and if I'm honest, it's one of the best pans I've got. The heat transfer is amazing, so you only ever have to cook on low temperature. The heat transfer is unbelievable on this. It's not as non-stick as a non-stick pan, but I love it. I love this. I say 22 quid this was, I think, from the range, so worth getting one. I wouldn't spend hundreds of pounds on a hex-clad branded pan, but this does a good job. So as you can see there, look, I've started on a slow heat. You can see the chicken sizzling already. So 6-7 minutes, and we'll check how the skin is. So another 7 minutes for them. Starting to look really good. Let's have a look at these chicken breasts. Not as much colour as I would like on there, so I'm just going to get a spatula, use it as a weight and hold it down, turn temperature up a little bit so I get some more colour on the side. So I've just got a spatula, pressing down on these for a couple of minutes. I ain't got the colour I wanted out of them just yet. Basically, when they look nice and crisp on the skin side, I'm going to turn them over and throw some butter and herbs in them. I'm going to baste them for a little bit and then just finish them off in the oven. I'm going to use thermometer, and almost real chefs. We'll just tap it and see. They know through experience what temperatures should be. I don't really believe in that. Every piece of meat behaves different, and I'd rather not have shits in the morning. So chicken needs to be what, 75-76 degrees finished. So I'm going to pull these out of the oven probably at 66-67 degrees. I'm going to then put some foil over them and let them rest for a good 10 minutes. The temperature will come up to 75 degrees, no problem, and it'll be still moist, not dried out. So I can't wait for these. So these are organic skin on chicken breasts. Let's have a look. Yep. Getting there. Another minute. Some weight on there, and it'll be good to turn over. Sexy carrots are looking good. Potatoes are looking good. Greens are just going in the microwave for 4 or 5 minutes. The shop bought Yorkshire puddings will go in the oven for 4 minutes at the end. These are shop bought. I'm cooking for one. I've got little boy upstairs. I couldn't be bothered mixing a batter and doing all the stuff. Here's as good as anything that you're going to make yourself. I've got a nice colour on the skin of these now. I'm going to turn them over, throw some butter and some herbs and garlic in, baste them for a couple of minutes, and stick them in the oven to finish off. Oh, look at that. There we go. Big knob of butter. Got my garlic, which I've kept the skin on stop it from burning. Got my thyme and my rosemary from the garden. I'll let that butter melt. Smells unbelievable. I'm going to give that a baste. A few minutes cooking it like this. Get them flavours in there. So we'll come back in a few minutes. Oh, it smells unbelievable. So these chicken breasts have a good basting now. It smells unbelievable with the fresh herbs. So these are just going to go in the oven with the cauliflower cheese and the stuffing for maybe 10 minutes or so. I'll probe them in 5 minutes and see where we're at. Now my stuffing's coming out. There it is. Looks unbelievable. Just going to let that rest whilst everything else is cooking off. I need to flash it back in the oven. Sexy carrots are almost there. I've just got it at a real low temperature. Stick the lid on. And we're just waiting really on the roast potatoes and the chicken. There you go, chicken breast done. We'll cover these in foil. Leave them for the rest for 10 minutes whilst everything is finishing off. But they're going to be amazing. Right, there we have it. An absolute banging roast dinner. Homemade stuffing. Perfect chicken breast. Perfect roast potatoes. Sexy carrots. Perfect veg. Basic veg. Bought cauliflower cheese. Bought Yorkshire pudding. There you go. Have a nice evening everyone, I can't wait to eat this.